until now, the movie adaptations of video games are really not successful. What are the arguments that have convinced you to be part of this movie?
The script. I read the script first, and I didn't know about the video game, and I loved that, and I thought Duncan was an amazing director who I wanted to work with, and it didn't cross my mind in making the decision to be Garona, no. Okay. Did it to you?
I wanted to meet Paula Patton.
Is the romance between Lyrka and Garona necessary? How is it useful for the story?
I think that it says that love has no boundaries, you know, that even though I'm half orc, half human, and he's human, that, you know, that the heart knows what the heart wants. And
don't judge a woman by her tusks. That's kind of the message.
Duncan Jones is the coolest person in the world, sharing tweets, comments, images with his community. How was his cool behavior on the set?
It's incredible. He's a really kind, calm man. I mean, in spite of this enormous, massive film he had to make, I don't think he ever raised his voice once. He just has this calm, collected air about him, and he also has great vision. He's an artist.
How did you get in the lore of Warcraft? Did you do a lot of research? Did you play the game? Or the script was enough?
Well, the script was very informative, and Duncan was a player of the game, or is a player of the game, so he knew pretty much everything about the game.
Absolutely. And he taught us a lot.
And how did he share all this information with you? Because it's so huge.
Verbally.
Yes.
And
verbally and visually.
Yeah.
I mean, and in the written script and such. It was
a lot of things. Okay. Duncan explained yesterday that the communication between orcs and humans were a real challenge. And Garona was the translator. What was your preparation to that?
Well, for what I had to do, it was like learning another language. I mean, I learned what I needed to for the scene, and so it was quite complicated. They took it very seriously. Every word had a meaning and a way that it was meant to be pronounced, and so it was quite challenging.
Okay. Ragnar and Lothar are two glorious warriors. We know that they have the same teeth, but what are their main differences?
I think Ragnar's a bit more harsh than Lothar. But no, it's such a different experience. They don't seem similar at all to me. I mean, we both have families we're trying to protect, and we do anything for our people, but this is such a fantastical world, you know, and I get a griffin. Lothar gets a griffin. Yeah. You see that big flying turkey?
Garona is known by the fans since a long time. Is that not too scary to act a character so well known by the fans, pushing to them your own interpretation?
At the beginning, yes, absolutely. It's very scary, just the idea of playing half orc, half human was. But then at some point you have to let it all go, and at least while you're making the film, I can't be concerned what everybody else is thinking, and you can only hope and pray that it works out in the end. And then afterwards, of course, when the movie's over, you have time to reflect and wonder. But I think anybody would play each character differently because it is your interpretation, and we'll see what everybody thinks.
Okay. And for your next holidays, where are you going? In Azeroth or with the Viking people?
Ooh, so always a tough one. Maybe I'll sail with my Viking people to Azeroth.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.